Monero I liked a lot. Problem is, all the exchanges are getting rid of it. It's all private, see? So I can take the money, hide it under my beard. I take a Bitcoin and put it here, and I can stick it in, and the Bitcoin's gone, and it's all gone, and then I can pull it out, and I got a Bitcoin. But government don't like it. They want to be able to look in your ears. They want to check what's under your hat. They want to look in your shirt. Just like the king. Government always want to look in your underwear, see what you got hiding in there. I can't tell you.
Hello, Dino.
He's a tech-savvy guy, gonna show you the way. You better load your bags, cause crypto's here to stay. Listen up, gonna teach you about this and that. But he's just a goofy guy in a straw hat. So join in and have a laugh. It's gonna be a good time, that's a fact. Information in crypto parodies. Sit back and enjoy the show. You just never know which way you'll go. So get ready for Digitspin crypto.
Okay, Candy Girl's going, hey Dino, I was wondering how many of Electroneum do you Richard have? I estimate 1 billion. No, actually not. There's only 21 billion coins, and when they were initially, I actually did all the math and broke it down. I want to see if I can find it. I'm hoping I was smart enough to save that in one of my files. I don't know if I was. There's a good chance I'm not that smart. Let's see here. Let's go to video. Hey, I was smart enough. Ha! Alright. Let's see, let's bring this up here. Okay. Let's stop making it rain. Let's turn off that. And let's move the chat. So let's talk about this. Because this is important to know and understand. Alright. So, initially, Electroneum went out and they gathered, people sent in their Ethereum, and for whatever Ethereum they sent in, they were being awarded. I'm going to lower that audio just a little bit. As they say, tiptoe. Make that music a little bit more backgroundy. Alright. So whatever they collected, they then had to pay out. Now there was a total of 21 billion. So 12.6. Alright. 12.6 were pre-mined. There was a total of 12.6 billion coins pre-mined out of the 21 billion total that were available. So when they started the blockchain, they pre-mined those and they put them into a wallet off to the side. And then that left 8.4 billion. Those 8.4 billion coins could only be earned through mining. Physical mining, not mobile mining. Physical mining. So that meant that initially we were mining with GPUs and CPUs, and those guys were earning, we were earning a lot of Electroneum, 10,000, and all this other good stuff. And then that converted into ASICs. And I think when the ASICs first came out, you could literally make, I think it was like, 5,000 coins a day with an ASIC. And more people got ASICs, and then you didn't earn as much. And I think when they shut down the ASICs, I was earning maybe 250 Electroneum per day per ASIC. And then they changed it to proof of responsibility. So whatever coins are left out of that 8.4 billion that had to be physically mined are now only available to the proof of responsibility folks. In other words, NGOs. Only the NGOs can mine, because they're keeping the network running, can mine what's ever left of that 8.4 billion coins. All right, now out of the 12.6, it's broken down like this. 5.3 billion coins were paid for to the ICO folks. Everybody sent in their Ethereum, and they said, hey, I want some Electroneum. Here's my ETH. And they got X amount. So when they stopped everything, it came to a total of 5.3 billion coins they distributed. So out of the 12.6 that they put to the side, they took 5.3 billion of those and gave them to the people who paid for them. The initial investors got their coins. They took 7 billion coins and they put it in a special wallet for the mobile miner only. There's 7 billion coins in reserve, or what do they call that when you give it to a lawyer and he holds on to it? Lawyers. So in trust, or whatever you want to call it, they have 7 billion, or had 7 billion for the mobile miners, and that's how they pay out those 100 coins or 300 coins, or that $3 up to $3 worth every month to people around the world. It comes out of this 7 billion bucket, and it doesn't grow. There's no way to make more. All right, and they had to be pre-mined because Electroneum doles them out, and as they become worth more, they don't have to give as many. Therefore, that 7 billion would last longer. They might be able to do this program for 20 years. If Electroneum stays at a half a penny for the next 20 years, they're going to run out of coins in 8 because they have to give away so many. So as the price goes up, instead of giving away 300 coins a month to equal $3, if they're $1 a piece, you only have to give out 3 coins a month to equal $3. And therefore they could give away coins for the next 30 years. That's the 7 billion that went to the mobile miner. Now, 300 million went to Electroneum projects and the people of Electroneum. So special developers, maybe executives got, maybe a $5 million ETN reserve because they were, hired on as a vice president, or maybe they have. So, I'm sure Richard has these things squirreled away. And if you're here for 5 years and you're vested and you do a good job, you'll be awarded 5 or 10 million Electroneum. I'm sure, if I was Richard, I'd probably say 100 to 150 million probably went to Richard. And that's just bullshit coming out of my mouth. I have no idea anything that's true or not. I'm looking at it from my perspective. I would probably take a third to half at most. I wouldn't take any more than that, because you want to be able to entice, you want to get good people. The guy that's coming in from UNICEF, I'm sure he'll get so many in dollars as a salary, and then he'll get maybe a 10 million ETN bonus. Again, bullshit coming out of my mouth. I have no idea what these numbers are. I'm just making this up, except for there's 300 million that can go to ETN, to people, towards the project to fund things. There's 300 million available for that. Now, and the object is you say, hey, if you help us make this happen, you'll get a salary, and we'll put into reserve for you 10 million Electroneum. You help us get it to $1, and you got $10 million. It's in your best interest to make this work, okay? Because, they're in reserve for you. You get a contract. I've been an executive of public companies, chief information officer for a few public companies. And, part of the package was your salary, and then you would have options. In this particular case, you would have these in reserve, and as long as you performed or you met your P&L budget or whatever, you would acquire these bonus coins. So, there may just be a limit of, how much time you have to invest or whatever. That's Electroneum's business, not mine. I can only give examples. So the answer to your question is no, there's not billions going to Richard. And probably, like, my guess is 100 to 150 million. If it was me, I would put in reserve. And that doesn't mean I wouldn't give them away. I would probably squirrel away that 150 million. Start to give away, and then if I had some exciting person I wanted to bring on board and I needed to tap into that, I can give it to that person. So that equals the 12.6 billion pre-mined. So that's the total of all the coins in account form. Now, when I did this, and good night. Captain Kangaroo.